Hello everybody. So I am filming the finale to the Panning Games project pan that I was doing with the PAntastic ladies. I have missed several updates in this project, but it is now finally over and I will show you guys everything I have done and we will go over everything I've used up during the project. So I have kept a very detailed running tally of everything I've used that was selected during this project and how many times it is used and its running weights. Been a tiny bit tedious, but I did it. So the first item I had picked that is completely used up and gone, it's been gone for a while, was the Collab Bright Sparked Foundation. It started at 159 grams and it had 25 uses to date before the project started. During the course of the project I used it 93 times and it ended at 146 grams, meaning that was just the packaging weight. The second thing that I pulled was another Collab item and it was their Oh So Fresh Skin Tint. So this is not finished. This started at 40 grams, we are now at 26, and it has been used 52 times during this project. So I did use it quite a bit, I just did not have the ability to finish it up. The third thing which I have finished, and I don't remember what I did with the empty palette, but was the IBY palette highlighter shade 2. That I hit pan on after 11 uses and repressed it and finished it about 2 weeks later. So that was used 35 times total in the project. The next thing I completely used up was my e.l.f. Beauty Shield. So the reason I didn't finish up my Collab Oh So Fresh Skin Tint was I was using this as a foundation. So this is supposed to be a primer and it's supposed to go on clear, but it kind of has like a beige color to it, and I noticed it left quite a bit of color on my skin, so I was mixing it with the L'Oreal Pro Matte foundation that I had laying around, and those two made a really good mix. It's actually what I've been wearing quite a bit this year since I used up the Bright Spark foundation, and now this is completely gone. Like I could probably like cut it open and try and like squeeze more out, but it's not worth it. This started at 58 grams. It is now 22 grams, which is just this wobbly bit of package, and it had 106 uses, which is quite a bit. So now we're getting into my singles, and I'm not going to lie to you, I really did not touch any of my singles in this project, mainly because I just did not reach for them like a very, very bad panner. So the first one I pulled was Chickadee from Makeup Geek, and there will be no visual change because it was only used once the entire time we were doing this. Because apparently I'm a terrible person. The next thing I actually finished was the ColourPop Aquarius Lippy Stick, and I actually think I still have it. I do. So this started at 11 grams, and the ending weight is 10 grams. And it is all the way done, if you can see. There is absolutely nothing left. This was used, oh dear, I did not do my math, 64 times. And it is done. The next thing I can't show you, and I can't tell you the newest updated weight on it, is because I don't remember where I put it. Looked through a couple of my purses, I looked through my like makeup pouch I take to work, and it's just really missing. And that was the ColourPop Dream Castle Gloss It didn't have a weight change at all the entire time I've been like doing this project, and I have used it 41 times in this entire project. The 9th item, which was also finished, and I don't have the packaging because I threw it away at some point, was the NYX Angel Veil Primer. That was used a total of 95 times, and the packaging weight went from 36 to 12 grams before it was finished. Up until it was finished. So the next eyeshadow that I did not use because I'm a terrible person was Smoke from Ofra. And again, I didn't use it. Same goes for the 11th item, which was Red Apple Lipsticks Vamp. It just did not get used. So then we have Makeup Geek's Luna, which is in this palette. This is Makeup Geek and Manny MUA's palette. Luna is right there. And there's no real difference from my last update because this baby has only been used 9 times. Much more than my other singles, but still only 9. My Makeup Geek Love Letter blush has been used 32 times in the entire project. There's no visual use on it at all. And that's because I was focusing on the other blush in this project, and it only went down 1 gram. It started at 38 and it ended at 37. The next item I actually did hit pan on. Again, it was another single. And I hit pan on this one the first time I used it once the project started, and I didn't touch it since. But this is Coral Sand from Pacifica. The 15th thing, I also can't show you. I have a really bad habit of losing my lip products, and I don't really know where my RMS Lip Shine and Sacred is. The entire time it was in this project though, it was used 10 times, and it is still at 42 grams. My Flower Beauty Hydrating Setting Spray is next, and that started at 126 grams, and it ended at 44 grams for just the packaging weight. Oh wait. No, it ended at 30 grams. I have weird notation next to it. 30 grams. That's where it ended. And it was used 109 times in the course of this project. My next item is another lip product. It was my Kira Weiss lip tint in Lover's Choice. So when I weighed this, I weighed it with the super heavy reusable packaging and everything. And this is where we at. Wait, this is where we are at on this. I have full-on side pan. I have really good like bottom. This was used 35 times. I apply it with a lip brush. I took it to work with me a couple of times, and the packaging weight went from 76 to 75 during the course of use in this last year. Item 18 is the other blush I've had in this project, this Behemoth. So this has been used 160 times. 160. I did not weigh the full palette because I wasn't sure if I was going to be using other things in the palette, and I didn't want that to possibly throw off the measurements. But there is no pan. There is absolutely no pan. It is an extremely big dip at this point, and I'm sure I'm going to hit it eventually, but it is not pan. I gave it a really good effort. Both blushes that were picked in this project are super pigmented and I am on the fair side, so it's a little bit hard to get through them quickly, but I tried. The 19th item I hit pan on a while ago, so it's not in front of me, it's actually back on the makeup shelf, but it was Makeup Geek Moon Phase Highlighter. The goal was to just hit pan on it, and I did do that. It started at 22 grams and now it is at 21. My Moon Phase actually popped out of its like compact, so if you have like a compact of one of those, it would probably weigh heavier if you're weighing it, because mine's just the pan. Like the glue on the back just like said no. And then I used that 57 times before I hit pan on it, and I just hit pan in like the dead center. The next item is my NYX Red Tape Liner, which I am not the best at using lip liners, but I was able to get 29 uses out of this bad boy, and we went from 6 grams to 4 grams, and I do have this marked on my sheet. So this busyness tucked down. Line it up for you. I don't know, can you see it? I feel like I'm holding it really, really weird. Is that better? I don't know if you can see the bottom of it. That is where we are now. We have made quite a big deal of progress on this though, considering I'm not a huge lip liner person. The next item was my Be Hue liquid lipstick in Natural Nude. So this I used 31 times. It has not changed in weight at all. It is still at 28, but it has started one of those like separation lines. So the product's going down, just not much more than that. The last single shadow that was in this that I again did not use was Makeup Geek's Karma. It's really pretty gold. I used it once, so it's not like I didn't use it at all. It's still 4 grams because it was only used once. Ow. Just shut that on my finger. And then the last 2 items. Oh, I feel like I missed one. I did. I missed my Modern Minerals pigment. In En Pointe. You only used it once. I weighed at 14 grams, it's still weighing at 14 grams. It's a loose pigment eyeshadow. I feel really silly for missing that. I was going down the list and I just lost myself. So I finished the last 2 items on this. The 23rd item was my Silk Kiss Me eyeliner in Plum. It no longer registers on the scale. And it started at 4 grams. It was used 31 times, and I believe I lost it several times during this project. But to show you, it started all the way up there. Now it's down there. And it is done. So the final thing was the Pure Sculptor Inventor shade, which I Frankenified. It started at 10 grams. It remained at 10 grams even after I Frankenified it, which I mixed it with a lighter color because it was a bronzer and it was too dark. And I used it 61 times. And it's gone. That's it. That's all. So, I've been things are repressed, they go a lot faster. So I find that when I always like Frankenify like colors that are too dark for me, they disappear a lot quicker. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that too. I know that I'm kind of a monster when it comes to like getting my brush and stuff, but yeah, that's everything. That was all for this project. This was a doozy, but I did mostly my best on all of it. I could have put more effort into my single shadows, but I didn't, and I should have, and I really need to pay them more attention, or they need to go bye-bye to somebody who will love them better. So thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you all next time. Bye.